So this new data that's come through, 448 hate crimes reported in 2021. Almost half of that, 212, racially motivated. It's quite frightening. Why do you think, why does racism account for so much in this? You know, we hate to see it, but in this hate crime.
It depends on the level of crime. Like, why do you think people are still uncomfortable to come to the Gardaí with certain hate crimes against them? I speak for myself and many others when I say, like, it's something that we think we just have to deal with.
Yes.
Like, it's just been happening for years. And when you speak to people, like, while conducting your research, what were the examples of racism that they would have experienced?
Awareness and education of people in this area. But 9 years of data from INR.
Legislation was back in 1989. Yeah. This new legislation is about hate crime and hate speech, which we've been expecting for almost a year at this stage. Do we know how close it is to coming through and what...
And just the likes of online hate as well, like will people be able to show screenshots or like just certain accounts that have been abusing them? Or because I just always see comments on social media of like the minute you try to speak up for something that has happened in this country that has been racially motivated, you get all of these slurs thrown at you. Yeah. And these people need to be held accountable, because sometimes I think it starts at home. Like, that's just my personal opinion, what they're hearing at home. And do you think, Patricia, that parents have an influence over their kids and what they say, or is it schools? Where do you think it stems from? Back to the show. Our next guest is known for dealing with some embarrassing bodies on our TV screens.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Pixie McKenna.
Thank you very much.
We all love the show's embarrassing bodies and the other stuff that you've done. How did you get involved in the TV end of it in the first place?
And and I did that, and then I kind of got the bug, really, I suppose.
Yeah, well, embarrassing bodies is such a unique premise. Like, I was just saying now, I used to watch it as a teenager, and it made me feel like, oh, everyone's normal. Like, everyone has something they're insecure with. So can you remember how the show was even pitched to you, and did you even imagine it would go on to win BAFTAs and become so popular?
Can you even water it down a bit? Specialists you sent them to get this, to follow the story, was something that maybe wouldn't have been...
Great.
Now, you are here because of Specsavers and glaucoma. And we were just chatting before we went on air about this, because people might... It's very serious, but people mightn't realise they have it until it's too late.
I think it's really good.
I went to like a fun fair thing the other day, and it had hang for 2 minutes, and you won €20. And loads of people couldn't get anywhere near it.
Yeah, but like you had the belt on.
It was good. Fair play to Derek. We're only messing, having a bit of a laugh.
Seagulls.
Are we back to seagulls, are we?
Yeah, because we were talking about this story of a Fine Gael councillor who sort of said we should be giving contraceptives to seagulls to sort of limit the numbers. And lots of people were getting in touch yesterday, especially saying just how bad they were, and sort of
we had a message coming in saying, I remember somebody said, I'll pay for the contraceptives myself.
What happens if the contraceptive for seagulls gets into our water?
Well, I presume it's the same as any contraceptive gets into the water. This story on seagulls really want to sterilise them. It's beyond belief that this has gained traction. It's the sort of politicians, it's these politicians, clueless politicians, we need to sort out.
Well, that's what Gillian Bird was saying.
That's a really good point.
That is fair.
They would normally be on cliff edges and